everyone. Welcome to the St Canard Files, a Darkwing Duck podcast. I'm your host, Will Santana, and
I'm Mike Russo, and I am so glad 2020 is over, Will.
Are you, man?
I am so glad. That was the longest year ever.
Yeah, man. And we got our Canadian homie with us today. We got Jordan Ferber with us. What's going on, Jordan?
For 2020, it's going all right.
It's going all right, man.
Yeah.
Hi, Jordan. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, so by the time people are listening to this, we will be in 2021. But the day we're recording this, Jordan Shebadoo passed away, man. You know who Shebadoo is?
No.
He's Ozone from the Breaking movies. You ever seen those?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did.
He passed away, and I saw the lady who played Marianne in Gilligan's Island passed away today too.
Yeah. Dawn Wells, she passed away. She was 82.
Yeah, man.
COVID, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw like 2 days ago the main guy from Houdini passed away, man. The freaks come out at night. That song and Friends, how many of us have them? He passed away, man. So, oh man, these people came short. What, 2-3 days from 2021 and making it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
2020 snatched a couple more people before it goes.
Yeah, man. But at least 2020 is finally over. 2021's kicking in, but Mike wants to talk some Darkwing 2020 and what's coming up for Darkwing in 2021.
Yeah, we really should review like all the Darkwing things that happened in 2020. It wasn't a lot, but a few significant things happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have some things to look forward to in 2021 that we could talk about. We have more happening next year than, well, this year, because it's dropping after New Year's. We have more happening in 2021 than we got in 2020. So there's definitely things to talk about.
All right. So Jordan and Mike, let's talk 2020 first.
Yes.
And then let's talk about what's coming out in 2021. And then let's do, before we wrap it up, let's do like a wishful thinking. What would you want just badly to come out in 2021?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, even though you probably know it would never happen. Like just a wish, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get lucky. Somebody will talk it up.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this. Jordan, you ready to roll, man?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so for 2020, let's start off. Let's keep it simple, man. Let's talk with these Darkwing Pezzes. They were Funko. No, they were the Pez website exclusive, and then they became Funko exclusive.
It was a very long journey from announcement to when it became easy for everyone to get these things.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were announced in February, right before COVID.
Yeah, and there was 1,500 made of Darkwing, Negaduck, and LP. So it was 1,500 of each.
That's
Mike,
not a lot.
Yeah, Mike, you didn't get it, did you?
Never did.
You, Jordan?
No, not really a Pez guy.
Is that the reason why you guys didn't get it? Because you're just not into Pez's, or?
Yeah.
For me, I'm kind of getting burnt out on Funko. I really want something else at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're cool. I will not deny that. Mm-hmm. But they're still just the Funko heads on a Pez dispenser. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're cool, but I'm ready to move on from the Funko stuff to something else. Okay. But again, no denying they're cool, you know.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I have 3 whole sets of them. One set I want to get autographed. One set that I just want to display, you know, without the autographs. And then I have a 3rd set that I'm going to hold for a couple of years, you know, might get a new Darkwing fan 5-6 years from now. Yeah. Didn't even know these things ever came out. So I'm gonna hook them up, you know?
Well, they were correct me if I'm wrong. Were these the only Darkwing Duck merchandise that came out at all in 2020?
I think so.
I mean,
that's original. We had something that was re-released, but
yeah. I mean, nothing came out in the parks because, you know, the parks were closed most of the year and there still aren't open in California. So we got no pins, no Darkwing merchandise in the parks. Were there any new t-shirts? I know Kohl's had a few.
I saw some from
Hot Topic.
Some
Hot Topic
t-shirt designs.
Yeah, Hot Topic had a few shirts. As far as the pins, the only ones I remember I saw that was even Disney at the Noon was Ducktales had one for the Treasures of the Lost Lamp, and then the Gummy Bears dropped the pin.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, no Darkwing though.
The last one was the Morgana one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is the last one, Morgana.
But going back to the Pez, we were sure they were going to be super hard to get initially.
At first they were. When they first came out from the Pez website, they sold out in like 3 minutes. They were unattainable. You couldn't get it. Then they were on eBay and Mercari from like anywhere from 80 to like $150 for the whole set.
When did they finally pop up on Funko's site?
I was
Over the summer?
I think it was at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
I think it was at the end of the summer. They were still on there for a while. As a matter of fact, as of today, I checked this morning, and the Launchpad and Negaduck are still on there. Darkwing's gone.
Darkwing's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So two ways. I still see it on some people still selling it on eBay, Mercari for the like $30. That's not bad.
Well, the Funko site officially lists them as retired.
Oh,
Yeah.
did they? Okay,
Yeah,
so they're vaulted.
Yeah.
I looked today as I was looking for something else entirely. I came across the Darkwing ones, and it said they were all retired.
Oh, so they're all gone then.
Looks like it.
Okay, yeah. So before people catch on, get on Mercari and eBay if you want them, and see if you can get them. I would pay $25 to $35. I think that's a fair price on them. They were $8 each on the Funko site, so that's $24. You know,
Yeah.
plus shipping. So I would say 25, 35. You're safe. There are people who selling them for 80 to 120 right now. Stay away from them. Yeah.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. Avoid those at all costs until you have no choice if you really want them. Do you guys even like the Pez candy? I've never been a fan of the candy itself.
You know, it's funny.
yeah.
It's all right. My daughter actually got a Pez dispenser for Christmas. It was just a reindeer. And for the first time in probably 20 years, I actually had a piece of Pez. It's all right.
Yeah. How about you? Say you like it, Jordan? You enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, I like the Pez candy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on from the Pez. Let's move on to some Ducktales 2017. Let's talk some Double O Duck episode now.
Yes, that one premiered in April 11th, and that was our first big Darkwing related episode of Ducktales this year. And that was important because Jordan, who do we get in that episode?
Are you talking about Double O Duck or Let's Get Dangerous?
Double O Duck.
Double O Duck. The foul. Are you talking about foul or the spy launchpad?
Oh, we got the foul. Who was the villain in that episode?
Oh yeah, Steelbeak.
Yes.
There you go.
We got Steelbeak. We were disappointed because it wasn't Rob Paulson. But I think both me and you kind of warmed up to him after a while. I remember you saying you were okay with it once you saw the episode, correct?
Yeah, I was okay with it. It had nothing to do with Rob Paulson. I think it was the character. At first, I was like, why is he so dumb? But
yeah, they really made him stupid.
Yeah, but he kind of grew on me toward the end of the episode because he was fighting and everything. Like he was kind of badass, man.
Well, he's dumber than the original Steelbeak, but he's a much better fighter.
Way better fighter.
Yeah.
Did he grow onto you, Jordan? Did you not like him? Did you like him? Where were you at with him?
Well, him not being voiced by Rob Paulson didn't bother me at all because I wasn't expecting him to be voiced by Rob Paulson, so that didn't bother me. His characterization, I thought was strange, but after watching the episode a few times, I'm used to it now. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Okay,
I
so
watched the episode a lot.
Okay. All right.
Well,
so
it didn't bother me. I just thought it was strange.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say it's a good Launchpad episode too.
It is.
Yeah.
But I think for us, it was more about Steelbeak.
Yes.
And Launchpad kind of got lost in it, but it is a good Launchpad. The only thing I don't like about that episode,
I know where you're going.
Yeah, that Chip and Dale cameo.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I didn't like about it.
That didn't need to be in there.
And I know people are gonna be like, "What? Are you crazy?" It didn't make sense, though, in my opinion. It got
a lot of attention. People paid attention to the episode because of that. But it was the one thing that took me out of it.
Yeah. I liked it, but that better lead to something. Because if it doesn't lead to anything, then I think I'll probably like it less in hindsight.
Well, I heard that's all they can do with those characters right now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the big boy now. Let's move on to Let's Get Dangerous episode from DuckTales.
Yes, that aired in October. So long ago already, isn't it?
Now, have you watched it since? When's the last time you watched that episode? Let's start with you, Mike.
Maybe. It's been a few weeks. I watched it a lot when it first came out, though. Probably like 5 times in the first couple of days.
How about you, Jordan? How many times did you watch it?
I watched it like maybe 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times? Okay, I think I watched it 3 times. I watched it twice by myself and once with my kids. I haven't watched it since, though. I don't know why. I have not watched it since at all.
Busy with the holidays and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other things going on.
Let's not review the episode because we've done
No,
that
we've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody listening who doesn't know, we did like an hour reaction video on it. That's up on YouTube. So if you guys want to hear what we thought about it, go and listen to that.
Yeah. Well, but before we drop Let's Get Dangerous, Mike, if somebody who has not seen that episode, name one thing you would recommend to them for reason to watching it?
The Fearsome Four.
The Fearsome Four?
Yeah, absolutely.
How about you, Jordan?
Let's see. Probably for someone who's never watched like DuckTales or Darkwing before.
No, just never seen that episode. Let's go with that.
Episode. Probably the good amount of Easter eggs.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
I guarantee I'm going to steal this answer from Will. I say a big reason to watch it is getting to hear Michael Bella's Quacker Jack again.
Yeah, that was my reason. Yeah, if you're
it's a good reason.
You know, I did a lot of complaining about DuckTales and all that stuff, but overall, man, when it came to Quacker Jack, I had the best deal out of anybody who's a Darkwing fan.
Well, like you said on a different episode, you said you got Paddywhack and Banana Brain too.
Got Banana Brain, Paddywhack, got Michael Bell. Come on, man, you know.
That's much better than what Bushroot fans got.
Yeah, you know, Bushroot fan. Liquidator fans got some good treats out of Liquidator, I think.
They treated him very well.
Megavolt fan, not so much, huh?
No, they could have done more with him.
Yeah, but if
Bulba though, if you love Taurus Bulba.
Oh yeah. Bulba, yeah. Yeah, but the Quacker Jack fans, we got justice for something from a show from 1991. We really can't complain.
No, we can't. That was just a great episode.
Yeah. The last thing I would recommend to people to watch that episode for is Gosling. I loved her in it.
Oh yeah, I loved her too.
Gosling was great. Yeah.
There were a couple more quick appearances by Darkwing later in the season. We got him once later on in the Impossible, and then we got Steelbeak again in a different episode. But honestly, if you're going to watch anything, you watch Let's Get Dangerous. That's just the one you need to watch. And it makes it all the more sad because a little over a month later, we found out that they didn't renew DuckTales and its ending.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much more we're going to see Darkwing on DuckTales. I think we might see him one more time. But I'm glad we got this because it's probably better than we're going to get at this point since the show's ending.
Yeah.
But then in November, we found out the strangest reboot announcement. What happened? Well,
we got Seth Rogen's production team involved now.
Yeah, Variety reported that Darkwing Duck was getting a reboot. And at the moment, we're not even sure if that's true.
I'm starting to think it is. Remember, I was the one who was like saying, nah, I don't believe it and all that kind of stuff. I'm starting to think it might be legit. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to think of it. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's going to be trash because it's Seth Rogen, but I think it's bigger than Seth Rogen anyway. I think it's just his production team.
Right.
His name is the selling point for it. You know?
I mean, his production team is doing a Ninja Turtle show. What's so different about Darkwing Duck? And Disney's doing a lot of stuff for Disney Plus right now. They had like an investor meeting last month where it was just a ton of stuff. All these new Star Wars series, like a Moana series, a Princess and the Frog series. And it's just like, there's so much they're doing. Why not Darkwing Duck?
Yeah, and Marvel. They had a lot of Marvel announcements too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that was expected.
Yeah. As far as this Darkwing thing with Seth Rogen, one, I would say just wait it out. You don't know what kind of fan Darkwing was. Or Seth Rogen was toward Darkwing. I doubt he was a Frank Angona type. You know, that's an assumption. But
no, we had it really good with DuckTales. I don't think we're gonna have it this good with this new one.
Yeah, but it's still Darkwing. I'm gonna give it a chance. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah. He's a huge fan of the 90s though. Like if you watch any of his movies, he has a lot of 90s music playing in the background in a lot of his stuff. So who knows? Who knows, man? Or maybe he'll put it in the right hand of the right writers and let them just do your thing, guys. Go to work, you know?
Yeah, that's possible.
You know, I'll fund it. Tell me what you need.
We'll see.
Yeah. So Jordan, you got doubts on Seth Rogen? You just gonna wait it out, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my judgment until I see like some screenshots or a trailer or something.
I mean, aside from what we've just said, there is nothing else to go on.
Yeah. That's the problem. That there's nothing to go on. We don't have like any writers or even the studio that's going to be doing the animation.
Yeah,
so
we
don't know.
We know nothing.
Yeah.
It could be CGI for all we know. It could be.
Yeah. Well, if it ends up on Disney Junior, most likely will be CGI.
You mean Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah. Because now they got the actual Disney animation studio making TV shows, and that's a first. Like the actual Disney studio is making all these new shows, the Moana show and all that stuff like that, and they've never done that before. So who knows what's happening with this thing?
If that screenshot that's been floating around of the Disney TV, all the shows that are coming out, that's real.
No, that wasn't real. That was apparently the day that came out. For those who don't know, I posted on our Facebook group a picture of a whole bunch of new shows that were coming to Disney Plus, and it turned out the day that was posted was actually a Mexican version of April Fool's Day. And it turned out it was a joke post because I had a whole bunch of stuff, a Darkwing Duck show, like a whole bunch of things, and I jumped the gun when I posted it. So just explaining what I was talking about, it was fake.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mike.
We're still thinking.
So before we end up 2020, before we start talking about 2020, we did get a little bit of treat if you didn't have comic books from a certain group of people that came back out.
Yeah, people who didn't buy the Joe Book stuff when they were new got super lucky this year, didn't they?
Yeah. They were re-released on Savani's website, which is savaniart.com.
Yes.
He released both series. Well, it's one series, but it was 2 volumes, right?
Yeah. Orange is the New Purple and Tales of the Duck Knight.
Yeah, I think he still has volume 1 on there. Volume 2 is sold out. He had Definitively Dangerous on there, but man, it was only on there like an hour. That thing was sold out so fast.
But the good thing is the 2 collections he was selling at like sticker price, basically.
Yeah, he was selling them with sticker price, and he was selling them with his autograph and a free sketch.
So like, how could you go wrong? If you knew about this and didn't jump on it, what were you thinking?
Yeah, so basically I just need Aaron Sparrow's autograph now, Mike.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen on the convention scene. If that ever, comes back again. Someday it will. You'll have a chance.
Yeah. Jordan, I know you had the Dangerous Currency. Did you get do you happen to have the Joe Book series comics?
Yeah, I have both of the trades.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, and do you have Definitively Dangerous also?
Yeah, I got that when it originally came out.
I have not finished reading that one yet, man. I don't know I'm tripping, man. I ain't got no excuse either. I keep procrastinating. It's like I start reading a few pages and then something pops up, or the kids, or something happens,
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, or I get sleepy, like, read it tomorrow, I'm go to bed now.
Well, maybe now that the holidays are over, you can get back to it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
So
go ahead.
That
Mike,
was 2020, and if it wasn't for DuckTales, there really wouldn't have been much to talk about, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's funny because we had a whole at the beginning of 2020, we had the roundtable. Remember, Will? Me, you, Tim, and Felicia guessing what was going to happen this year, and like none of that happened. No park merchandise, no Blu-ray releases, nothing except for the Pez. We didn't expect that. No more Funko Pops. Nothing.
Nothing happened. Okay, so all right, so let's get into 2021. Let's talk a little Funkoverse now.
Well, like I said earlier, we're lucky. From what we know so far, we're getting more Darkwing stuff already that in 2021 than we got in 2020. So we're already going to be doing okay.
All right, now for those who don't know what Funkoverse is, it's a board game with like the Funko Pops.
Right.
They have all kind of versions of it. They have the DC, they have Harry Potter, they got not Lord of the Rings. What's the thing guy? Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty,
yeah.
Yeah, they have Jaws, they have Back to the Future, Nightmare Before Christmas, and they got a whole bunch of more. I'm not about to name them all.
Funko has like 1 million licenses.
Yeah.
Now the Darkwing is an expansion pack. So basically You can buy any version of the game that you want that has 4 pieces, which is like the DC, the Harry Potters, and all that kind of stuff. Because I don't think Rick and Morty is a 4-piece one. It's an expansion pack too. And what you do is you have the game, and you can you attach the board piece of the expansion pack and the characters if you want. You know.
Yeah,
it all works. You know, I know it sounds a little strange. How can you connect Darkwing with Harry Potter? It's a whole Funko world, so it doesn't even matter, you know.
Are the pieces that come with these games the same size as the Funko Pop, so they downscale?
No, they're exactly the same size.
But I've seen like a picture of the Darkwing. I don't know if it's an actual product or if it was like a mock-up, but it's in a different pose. It's not the exact same thing that we got already.
Oh, was it in a different pose?
It looks like his arm is up because I think it comes with a gas gun accessory.
Okay. Oh, that might, yeah. So then that was going to be different.
From what I read, so it might be something that even if you don't want to play the game, you could buy it. At least it's kind of different. It's not the exact same Funko Pop.
Okay, because I know with the DC, I bought the DC one and the DC expansion pack. The Catwoman, the Harley Quinn, the Joker, Batman, they're all just like identical to the Funko Pop.
Could you imagine attaching the Darkwing to the DC one so he's going up against Batman or something like that? That's perfect.
Yeah, man. Or you could put like pretend the Joker's Quacker Jack. See, I had to slide that. I had to slide that Quacker Jack in there.
By the way, this comes out in February, from what I read. Okay. So that's pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll probably pre-order it once the pre-orders go up.
Which it hasn't. I didn't even see it on Amazon. So
okay.
Yeah, I looked today. Yeah, the 30th on Amazon, and it wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one, man. I'm definitely gonna get it.
Well,
how about you, Jordan?
I'll look and see what it all entails, how much it costs.
Well, for me, it depends on the price, and it depends on if the Darkwing is like significantly different. If it's literally the exact same thing, I might just skip it because I am certainly not going to buy the full size board game to go with it. Like if I'm going to get it for any reason, it's just for the toy.
Okay. I don't think the board game is great. It's okay. It's really for Funko fans. You know, if you're a hardcore Funko collector, you know, I bought it because I actually went to Everett, Washington, where the Funko headquarters is. And I was in the store and they had them there and they were on sale. I'm not going all over. It's like you go on vacation and you don't want to eat McDonald's on vacation. I'm in the Funko store. I gotta buy something. Yeah. I'm in there, you know, and I'm like, hey, this is new. Let me get this, you know.
Going on vacation and having McDonald's.
Yeah, I never understood that. You know, I don't go on vacation to have fast food or, you know, or dollar menu stuff, man. I'm on vacation, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, that's just me. I can't speak for everybody, you know, but. All right, so let's move on, Mike, from the Funkoverse. Let's talk Disney Afternoon Adventures Volume 1.
Okay, so this is something we know we're definitely getting. You can pre-order it now if you want to. It's a collection of comics. It's called Disney Afternoon Adventures Volume 1, like Will said. It's got Darkwing on the cover. It's kind of odd because it's a Silvani Darkwing, which doesn't make sense because the material in the comic is not newer Silvani stuff. It's reprints of the Justice Duck story from Disney Adventures. It's an adaptation of the Goofy movie, which to me doesn't quite fit, but it's kind of Disney Afternoon adjacent, so I'll let it slide. And this is the big thing. It's got all 5 parts of the Chaos God storyline from Disney Adventures, which has never been reprinted.
Yeah. That makes it worth picking up, pretty much that part alone.
Because Justice Ducks has been printed twice already. You might already have it if you collect the old comics. Goofy movie, I guess. But if you really want to get this collection for anything, you're getting it for the Chaos God. For people who don't know, that was a 94, I think it came out, storyline in which they combined the worlds of Tailspin, Rescue Rangers, Goof Troop, Ducktales, and Darkwing. Each story, each section was a different show. And it was an old emerald that when you touch it, you get possessed by the villain Salijo. Yeah. And each story featured a different show. And in the end, Darkwing, Launchpad, and Gizmo Duck had to team up for the final confrontation. It's really good. I really recommend it. It's going to be $30. You can already pre-order it on Amazon. It doesn't come out until the end of June. But if you want, get your pre-order in now. But it's not, Amazon isn't the only place you can buy it. So it should be easy enough to get.
Yeah. I'm with you and Jordan though. That is the reason to get it though. That Chaos God. That's the main reason why I even want it. But like you were saying, Mike, you could pre-order I saw it on Barnes and Noble,
Yeah.
Books a Million, Target. It was
If you
everywhere, man.
if you want the original version of the Chaos God, you're gonna have to buy 5 different issues of Disney Adventures, and that's that's a task. You're gonna have to go on
Yeah.
eBay for it. So you buy this for $30, and you get that Justice Ducks, and hey, Goofy Movie if you really like that too.
Jordan, do you have any of the old Disney Adventure magazines?
No, I don't know.
You know, I got a few. I got about like 25 of them. I've been slowly collecting them because some people got them marked too high on eBay and stuff. So I kind of wait for like a lot. Every time like somebody has a lot and they got like a good bundle deal, that's when I jump on it. Even if there's a few doubles I might end up getting, you know, but it's like that's the cheapest way I've been getting them.
There's a big collector's market for the Disney Afternoon magazines. Like people want to relive their childhood, and for a lot of people, these are a big part of that childhood.
All right, so let's move on next now, Mike. We got the dynamic 8-action heroes Darkwing action figure by Beast Kingdom.
We don't know much about this yet. There is no release date. Apparently, it's still in development. But this company has already put out a bunch of action figures of various Disney characters. I think like Buzz and Woody, a few other characters. But they're doing an 8-inch Darkwing Duck action figure. It's probably going to be more expensive. This is probably more of a collector's item. I read somewhere in the neighborhood of $60 to $70, that's pricey.
Very pricey.
Yeah. But apparently their stuff is really good.
Okay.
I've only seen like a CGI like mock-up of the face, which doesn't look great. But since it's only in development, they probably haven't actually sculpted this thing yet.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to look. Apparently, these things have lots of articulation and look really nice. So it might be one of those things that make a great collector's piece.
Okay.
You know,
is it like a NECA toy, one of them NECA action figures? Is it something like similar to that?
I don't know because I don't know too much about this company, Beast Kingdom. I'd have to look into like the other I've seen like pictures of some of the stuff they've done, which look really nice and very accurate. So if it turns out as nice as some of the other stuff they've done, this could be really cool.
Okay.
So it's like the highly show accurate with like lots of different like swappable heads and accessories and swappable hands.
For $60 to $70, I sure hope so, Jordan.
Yeah.
I do too for that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As of right now, I'm kind of more like I don't know because the price. But maybe once I see this thing, I'm like, whoa, I'm getting that. You know, I don't know yet. I gotta wait till I see it. You know.
I mean,
seeing other like toy companies like the Batman ones where like there's like different heads with different facial expressions and like different hands.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I saw a Venom like that. My homeboy has a Venom like that.
I mean, I'm totally comfortable with my Funko Darkwing action figure. I'm happy with that. So all this has to be is better than that. Yeah, I guess I'd be sad. I mean, it has to be because the price. But 8 inches is pretty tall. You know, it's twice the size. So we have no idea when it's coming out. So there's not much to say about it. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Okay. All right. So next we got the Disney Afternoon, The Making of a Television Renaissance book.
This book should have come out 2 years ago. It should have come out this past fall. This is a Disney authorized book about the Disney Afternoon. It's up for pre-order on Amazon. It's supposed to come out in late September, but it's been pushed back twice. Amazon's price is $26.49, which is actually a pretty decent price. I've heard the book is more style over substance. You're not going to learn a lot in it, but there's a lot of like production art and pictures, which might make it definitely worthwhile.
Okay.
But I hope it comes out in 2021 because the book was supposed to come out in time for Ducktales to publicize it and make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
But by the time it comes out, Ducktales is going to be over. So I hope this still comes out. I mean, I've seen pictures of the inside of the book. It looks cool, but it might end up being one of the best products of next year, 2021. I mean, so I don't know. I hope it comes out is all I gotta say, you know?
Yeah. I bought a couple of like history of animation books, and usually there's two ways you can go. You can either cover a lot of topics but not really go in depth, or you can do not a lot of topics, but go in depth with each and every one of them. So it'll be interesting to see what direction they go.
You know, Disney's just gonna they're gonna say the same stuff we've heard all through the years. You're not gonna learn anything all that new because it's Disney approved. Disney approved books don't give you any juicy details.
Yeah.
But there's another book that might be coming out this year. I don't remember the exact title, but it is a Disney Afternoon book. It's written by a friend of mine, researcher Tim Van Hall. It's not authorized by Disney.
Ooh.
But he has spent a lot of time tracking down all the people involved with the Disney Afternoon. Tad Stones, just everyone, writers, directors. He has so much juicy info, and I don't know how much of it he can actually publish. But the book has been, reformatted a few times from what I've heard because it's not authorized. He couldn't get the license. So I wouldn't imagine lots of pictures, but the actual info apparently is going to be incredible.
Yeah, I wonder how that would work because I don't see why he couldn't interview them and stuff and put that in there. But he can't. But he can't just like put logos and probably the title Disney Afternoon. Yeah.
He can't use production art. He can't use production art and stuff like that.
Anybody writing an unauthorized book cannot use licensed photographs. It's like I'm a Godzilla fan. Most of the English language Godzilla books I own don't have pictures in it because they can't get a license for the character.
Can they use fan art?
No, I think that's still a touchy subject.
Okay.
But the less pictures there is, the more info there's going to be.
That's true.
Isn't that what we want finally? There's so much we don't know. I mean, there's so much I've learned just talking to this author.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of years talking to him. This is going to be an amazing book. I mean, the Disney approved one will have so much cool art. I'm sure of that. This is going to have all the info though.
I think the pictures and stuff are more for the casual fan, Yeah. Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Disney approved one's going to be for, the casual fan.
Okay.
I remember when
Go ahead.
Tim Van Hall, his Indiegogo like 5 years ago, I was one of the people who backed it. So
he was trying to get this book going all those years ago, but then he had to redo it because he couldn't get the license to the characters.
Yeah. So I'm very well aware of Tim Van Hall because I backed his original Indiegogo like 5 years ago.
He knows a lot, and he has so much cool info that he's researched that I don't know how much of it's going to go in the book, but if even like 10% of it ends up in the book, this is going to be awesome. I don't know how close it is to being finished, but I think there's a slight possibility it might come out this year. If it does, it'll be like the thing you need to buy. Like everyone's going to have to pick this up.
I remember the last update he did like almost a year ago said that he probably have to do it in multiple parts, multiple volumes.
That's how much he told me. His info on the original DuckTales alone is more than what's in the entire Disney approved book.
Woo.
Which, that's insane.
So is he you say you know the guy personally, right?
Yes, I've talked to him off and on for the last 2 years.
Is he going to talk about every show from Disney Afternoon, or he just going to kind of hit the main ones?
I think he's going to try to do everything because I think he's putting the entire era into context.
Oh, okay. I'm interested now. I didn't know too much about it. I know you mentioned it a few times, Mike, but we've always had it to where you couldn't really get into details about it.
I can't, and I still can't.
Okay.
But
you're giving me more info today, though.
But all I can do is say, look forward to this when it finally comes out. I think it's going to be what we've all dreamed about as far as info goes. Because I know a lot just by talking to him, but I'm sure I don't know everything yet that book is going to tell us.
Okay. So it seems like that first Disney Afternoon book you mentioned is kind of like when I go to a panel, and you had the panels with the voice actors. Totally different from a panel with the writers and the animators.
Yes.
Totally different, and don't get me wrong, the voice actor ones they're fun, they're funny, they're hilarious, there's lots of jokes. You have a good time. But with the ones with the writers and the animators, you learn so much more, Because
I know the Disney approved book will probably have like layout art, character model sheets, stuff like that, which will be cool.
Yeah. There'll be like storyboards and like internal memos and stuff like that.
But I'd be shocked if the Disney approved book mentions like the animation studios even once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be shocked.
Mhm.
But I can guarantee Tim Van Hall's book will mention the animation studios specifically, because that's the kind of stuff he researched. So if you like books, this is what you have to look forward to.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So now we finished talking about what's been coming out for 2021. Let's get into some bold prediction. Let's start with you, Mr. Jordan. What is a bold prediction or something you just wish it would come out for 2021?
The one thing I've wanted for a long time is a console Darkwing Duck game.
Okay, so you talking about like after the NES and the TurboGrafx, you would like something newer,
like a modern console game.
Okay, the PS5, PS4, Xbox, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, more likely if the one got made, it would end up on the Switch, because that's the kid friendly system. But I don't know if does Disney really license games anymore for consoles?
The last one was just the Ducktales remastered, wasn't it?
That was like 2013.
Yeah,
I would love to see it too, Jordan.
Probably the last one would probably be one of the Lego games, like Lego Incredibles, I think.
Or that Kingdom Hearts.
Disney is missing,
or Lego
Hearts,
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes,
Disney's missing out on something really big by not doing like a Disney Universe Lego game. Mm-hmm. Why not? Yeah. They do Star Wars, they've done Marvel, but a Disney Universe game or even the Disney Afternoon Lego game, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I feel like just give it to Traveler's Tales. So they make all the Lego games and let them make a Duck Universe game.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Mike? What is your wishful 2021 thing?
It's so hard. I mean, I guess at the top of my list, even though I know it's probably not going to happen, but I can keep my fingers crossed. I would love to see the show on DVD, like finish it up.
Oh, the volume 3.
Yeah, but the bigger Disney Plus gets, the more I don't think it's going to happen. But that's what I really would love. I would love to own the entire series and not worry that Disney Plus will take it down one day.
Mm-hmm.
But if failing that, maybe just more action figures, just something. I don't know. I'd like to see a Quackerjack toy at some point.
Woo!
I mean, a playset would be nice, like an Audubon Bay Bridge or something.
I mean, my biggest dream is that book. I want that book to come out so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I really want to see. But I mean, we thought we'd see so much stuff for the Disney Afternoon last year, and I think COVID killed a lot of that. Mm-hmm. So Darkwing turns 30 in September. So let's see if they do any. Let's see what they do for it. I mean, if COVID's still a thing, it might affect it. But I really hope we get some more Darkwing stuff just because of the anniversary.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give my wish here. You guys might not have seen this coming. Well, kind of, yeah. My wish would be to have a Fearsome 5 movie, kind of like the Suicide Squad. And, have Darkwing make a cameo, but focus on the bad guys. They got to team up and do something together, maybe to help the city, but they're still prisoners or something. I think that would be great, man. I would love that.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Live action or a cartoon?
Oh, please, not live action.
Not live action.
Darkwing Duck live action wouldn't work. I mean, the other thing I'm wishing for, which is a possibility, I really hope DuckTales goes out with a giant bang. Mm-hmm. Like, I hope the series finale is huge. I hope all the Darkwing characters are at least in it a little bit. Like, I hope they blow us away. I mean, if there's one thing, Will, me and you did agree with, the season 1 and 2 finales were great.
Oh yeah, they were awesome.
We loved Moonvasion, and I hope it ends with a gigantic bang. I hope we get everything we want out of the series finale of that show.
Yeah, I think the only time we kind of disagree on the DuckTales series is just season 3, right? Is kind of where I go. You kind of stayed in the middle on season 3, and I just kind of went down, right?
The first half of season 3 kind of didn't, and it got better. It got better.
I haven't only watched like one episode after Let's Get Down. I think it was the Impossible or something episode,
and that was one of the best ones.
Okay, that was the last episode I watched. So I'm behind right now.
I would Will, if you're gonna watch the first adventure. Mm-hmm. It's the story of the first time Scrooge took Della and Donald on an adventure.
Okay. And
it's got Fowl in it too. It's got Black Heron and Bradford in it too. So it gives us some backstory on Fowl.
Okay.
So that one is worth watching too, especially since you like Scrooge and he's the star of it. The kids aren't in it, just young Donald and Della are in it, but none of the other kids.
I'm cool
So
with
I
that.
think you would like that one.
Okay.
And maybe you might enjoy the Christmas one because that's a Scrooge story. That's specifically a Scrooge story.
Yeah.
So last 2 episodes of season 3 so far, the Christmas one and the first adventure. I would recommend watch those because those are specifically Scrooge focused stories.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so I'll definitely check that out. So, guys, that's our wishful thinking for 2021, and I'm gonna extend my wishful thinking before we wrap this up. If I can get my Fearsome 5 Suicide Squad movie, maybe I can get lucky and get the Quacker Jack spinoff. Yeah,
could you imagine?
Kind of like Harley Quinn. She has her own series on that DC app, man, on HBO Max. So maybe I'll get lucky.
I think something's going on that we just don't know about yet. I've heard so many like weird little rumors like back and forth about I don't know. I think something's going to happen. I said that last year too, but I think something's going to happen that'll blow us away, and now I just stand by that.
All right, so Mike, what episodes we got coming up after this, man?
Okay, after this, we have more bonus episodes. It's just going to be me for the next couple of weeks with our friends Bill Udesky and Tiffany Silver-Braun. I know lots of people were asking for her to come back. And the 3 of us are going to spend 2 episodes discussing our Disney afternoon memories since we grew up when all these shows were first airing on TV. We talk about everything from Wuzzles all the way up to like Aladdin-ish, but it's 2 parts. So our first part's going to we recorded this weeks ago. The first part's Wuzzles through about Rescue Rangers, and then Tailspin, which is one of Bill's favorites, through Aladdin, those shows too. Lots of discussion about our memories, where we were when we first saw them, favorite characters, favorite episodes. And it's just us pretty much going back and forth, having fun talking about the shows. So that's what's happening the next 2 weeks.
Okay. And Mike, where can they find us if they're listening to us for the first time?
All major podcast apps. We are so lucky we were able to get on everything: Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Apple devices, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast and Radio Public, and also on your Alexa, and also on Amazon. And did I say YouTube? I probably did, but you can watch us on YouTube as well, which you probably are if you're watching us right now on YouTube. So.
All right, so I'm gonna give a shout out to just everybody, man. We survived 2020. Some people didn't make it. Some people did, and if you one of the people, just be grateful for life, man. A lot of people didn't make it out of 2020, and 2020 was probably the worst year in history.
Well, it might be a little rough going the beginning of 2021. The post-holiday, spike might be rough. So I hope everybody had a good holiday. Please stay safe so we can all be together this time next year. Because we got good things coming up, I think, with what we love, and we all want to be there to enjoy it.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you, Jordan, man. Appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. It was good to have you on.
It was a lot of fun.
All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up, and remember, stay dangerous.
Have a good night.